Hola, 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 bienvenidos al show número 11 de Let's Talk Deportes. Yo quiero empezar con una canción dedicada especialmente para Cintia. Cintia, mi comadre, que me está acompañando desde Los Ángeles, California.
Las del tiempo del abuelito.
Ay, no, pero es la de cómo te voy a olvidar, porque así estás tú, mira. Porque así estás tú, de triste, porque se te fue Quique de Los Ángeles Dodgers a Boston Red Sox.
I
¿Ya
know.
acabaste de llorar?
I think all Dodger fans are heartbroken. Pero le deseamos lo mejor, Kike. Que te vaya bien en Boston.
Oye, sí que está agarrando su buen billete. Kike Hernández from the LA Dodgers goes to the Boston Red Sox on this hot stove of MLB trades this offseason. Y yo sé que mi amiga aquí, Cynthia, estaba, you know what, un poquito sad because she loved Kike Hernandez. I'm not a fan. And that's why I like to bully her every time that I can.
Not a fan? Oh, man. Tenemos que hablar de eso.
Especially with his his dances que hacía, Kike, like what? No,
So much
and
fun.
for other reasons
So much
también.
fun.
You know what?
He was definitely somebody that was fun to work alongside or got to be around with him. So he was definitely a character.
Sí, no, fíjate que es una persona especial. Kike Hernández,
Especial.
you know what? We'll
Especial
get
para
into
nosotros es
MLB.
malo.
Especial because I'm trying to be nice, man. I'm trying to be nice.
I can say a lot about the Diamondbacks. Y me voy a quedar
No, it wasn't even the
calladita.
Diamondbacks itself. It was actually an interview that I had with Kike Hernandez that he was not nice to me at all. And from there, dije yo, ¿sabes qué? I'm not a fan. O sea, es que you gotta know, like, I deal with these guys outside of their playing time también. So, en veces no se comportan tan bien. Y pues, por eso a mí no me cae bien Kike Hernández. But, you know what? He was a good player. Y ahora se va a Boston. So, me va y me viene. I don't like either of those teams de todas maneras. Pero a ver si teníamos, ¿cómo fue tu fin de semana? How was your weekend?
Let me stop you wearing a Dodger. Hey, last thing you're wearing a Laker shirt. Don't.
Hey, I didn't say anything about that.
You
It
know
was
what they
LeBron.
say about
LeBron
people from
still built.
Arizona? They still like LA's team. So, hey.
And it's not the team really. It's
No?
who was on the jersey, which is LeBron. I love LeBron. I'll rock a LeBron jersey. I'll rock a Kobe jersey. You know, speaking of, actually, today is the 1 year that Kobe Bryant passed away. Him and Gianna. Actually, a sad day. We were talking about it. I was talking about it with Cynthia earlier. I was like, I'm just going through my feed right now, and I'm literally crying. O sea, la neta, solté las lágrimas. Kobe and his precious daughter Gianna died a year ago in a plane crash that involved 7 other people, where Kobe Bryant was on his way to watch his daughter play basketball. He was a coach at the Mamba Academy, y la Mambacita, ¿no? Mambacita, and it's sad. Mira qué hermosa cosa estaba ahí, you know? It's a sad day. I actually couldn't believe it when it happened. I was at an event, and I remember people are saying, you know what? A plane crash and Kobe was in it. He died. And I'm like, no way. No. Like, you know how en este mundo, tú sabes, con los famosos y atletas, de muchos rumores de que se murió, no se murió, you know, they do a lot of false news, fake news stuff when people die. And at first I thought it was fake news. I'm like, no. I had to go and look it up at like 5 different outlets. I'm like, this can't be true. And yeah, and it was a sad day. Even though the sports world has not been the same because he was a excellent human being and he impacted every single sport in the way that only Kobe could.
Yeah, no, definitely. I remember what I was doing that moment. I think if you're a Kobe fan, you can remember what you were doing that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was driving to LA because I was coming back home for something. And yeah, like the same thing. I got the notification, when you get an alert on your phone and it lets you know trending news or anything in sports. And Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I remember I looked at the message and I was like, is this a confusion maybe? Is this maybe someone that was friends with Kobe? I don't know. All
Mhm.
these things went through my mind. And as a Laker fan for years, it it not only gave me a sense of we're losing like a huge athlete, we're losing a good human being because he's not only known in basketball, he's known in baseball. He was a big supportive fan of the Dodgers. He was very great in the MLS, and I'm a big
Yeah,
soccer person.
yes, those
He,
group.
yeah,
See.
so he's
Mhm.
done so much, too
You know
much
what?
for his
I
age,
think
I think.
that he had invested in the Galaxy, ¿que no? He had
He's
invested in some. Y luego también era parte italiano, vivió en España, hablaba muy bien el español. También, pues, su esposa, de descendencia mexicana, y dice que se las llevaba viendo las novelas. La madrastra, que eso yo la miraba, la novela La Madrastra and Sábado Gigante, he said.
Yeah, well, I mean, he embraced everything that was around him. He was happy his daughters were from two different cultures, and he was a great human being. Like, he wrote books, he's done so much, and he will always be remembered not only for the work he did, he's done so much, but also what he's left behind, his books, his legendary stories, dear basketball, what he's done with his daughters and the teams, um, outreaching for women's sports, helping in that
Yes,
sense. I
yes.
think that's just remarkable. Not again
Mhm.
because I'm a Laker fan, but because again, a lot of people don't think about the women's side in sports, and he's definitely opened
And
up a
Kobe
door
did.
there. Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yes, no, no.
Yeah.
He was always supporting, and here's one of the quotes from Kobe Bryant. He says, "The biggest mistake we make in our lifetime is thinking we have time." And it's true.
Wow.
He really was about making an impact and, who doing something, not just living, not just being a floating
Yeah.
particle in this earth, but really going for your passion, going for your purpose, and taking advantage. O sea, eso sí, sacarle todo el jugo a la vida que tienes.
Yeah, no matter. I mean, it could take young, it could take old. It doesn't matter what age
Mhm,
you think that you might pass away or might be your last. And again,
mhm.
it's
You never
it's a
know.
good he's a good person
Mhm.
to imitate in that sense.
Yeah,
Self-reflect. And if you don't have his book is good.
I
the
do, yes.
yeah,
Mamba mentality.
yeah, it's definitely one to keep.
Mhm.
And again, there's so much to him that we could talk all show about
Ujú.
him,
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, yes, sí, sí,
and
y
his
es
daughter,
una
yeah, and
persona de
everyone else
que
that passed.
debemos de aprender de
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, de las lecciones and everything. I wanna give a quick shout out to, all our viewers right now on Facebook and YouTube. You can si ya estás aquí, you would know this is the best time to bring out your cafecito. I got my cafecito right here, and talk some deportes with Cynthia and I. Thanks for everybody watching us on Facebook. Aquí tenemos a Martín. Vamos a enseñar que dice mujerones, mujerones.
Hey.
Saludos, Martín. Dice, se fue Verdugo y luego Hernández. Todos los Dodgers se van a Boston. Oye, sí, se fue Verdugo y después Hernández. Y luego saludos a Gregory Yanes, Kobe for Life, that who's watching us
Hey,
on
Greg.
YouTube. If you're watching
Yes,
us, say hello, say, hey, where
yes,
you're watching
Kobe
us
for
from,
life.
de donde nos miras. Because we just see like we have viewers, but we don't know where you're
Yeah,
watching us from or who is. So we always want to know. We always want to get
a
our
sense
viewers
of who they
involved,
Yeah.
and talking about all sports.
Mhm.
Uh, another loss that we had, another legend, Hank Aaron, baseball legend. He died this week at age 86. 86. I love when you get to live such a long life. He impacted so many lives. Just how we were talking about Kobe, it's like these people have impacted the game. They changed the game forever, and I don't know where baseball would be without Hank Aaron.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's been it was a crazy start to 2020, and it's
Hmm.
been a crazy start to 2021.
Yeah.
Not only just reflecting
Now,
on Kobe, but reflecting on everyone else that has left. Yeah, definitely.
now they say, okay, now I don't know if this is, I'm not saying Hank Aaron died because of this, but I'm just saying 2 weeks before he died, he had just gotten the COVID vaccine. No más
Oh,
okay? I'm just saying, like, you guys, this I'm still not for the vaccine. It still scares me, pero pues a ver. Well, vamos a ver qué pasa. Well, now let's move
Yeah.
on to some sports, Chisme, because there's a lot to talk about. A lot of things happened this week. It seems like, we do this show every week, but there's so much sports news. Tanto.
I know, every day there's one.
And
There's
especially
10.
with yeah, I feel like now con estos muchachos de la UFC or YouTube boxers that think they can just fight any athlete, like there's always chisme, there's always cafecito. Well, let me tell you now,
Yeah.
Jake Paul says he will fight former UFC fighter Ben Askren in an 8-round pro boxing match on April 17th. So ahora Jake Paul cree que va a pelear así con todos nomás, Pero
I
you know
mean,
what? Está aprovechando de la fama para agarrar dinero.
well, I mean, he already has the fame. All he has to do is just keep up what he's doing. I mean, he's interesting to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he's definitely the next McGregor, I guess. He talks all this smack.
With the talk.
Yeah,
he's
but
gonna,
I mean,
like McGregor.
what do you mean? I feel like McGregor did all the talking and didn't end up proving. We'll talk about that next.
Yeah,
but
we'll talk about it because we got a lot of stuff to say about McGregor.
Yeah, and this Eileen was what were you, McGregor fan, huh? For the fight.
Oh yes, I was going for McGregor.
But I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting because he's a retired fighter. So, and he's 36. So he's pretty much a lot older than Jake Paul, but he's a former like, what I can't pronounce that, welterweight champion. Yeah. So that's going to be like interesting to see if he could even bring it back.
Y otros that are like, these people just want fights. They want trancazos. And another one that wants some trancazos is Ryan Garcia, that says Manny Pacquiao, is his next rival. Now this Ryan Garcia posted it, okay? This is not this is a fight, there's a date, there's a place, it's happening. No, what he did say, it's like a dream into a reality. Manny Pacquiao no ha dicho nada if it's gonna happen, si va a pasar ni nada. Like, honestly, like, why would Manny take this fight? Like, dude, he's a kid. I mean, of course Ryan wants it. Like, who doesn't want it? Who doesn't want to fight against him?
Like, he's a kid. Like, what does Pacquiao have to prove against?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Against him, it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm in shock. It's kind of like saying, like, comparing, I don't know, Zlatan with a new soccer player that's barely trying to get some fame. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
There's no levels to it. Again, like, I just hate comparisons. But again, Pacquiao did his thing when he was in his prime. He retired for a reason. So you can't compare what Ryan has going on. And I think Ryan, like, if you're watching, just keep improving, just keep improving. Fight people that are your level, stick with it. I think Pacquiao has been doing his thing because he's already in that level that he's not. I don't think he's ready to fight again.
I mean, he went from saying, "Hey, I want to fight Tanks" to now saying, "I want to fight Manny Pacquiao." Which Tank would have beat him, by the way. I'm just saying.
He wants because he wants that level. He wants to prove to everyone that he deserves that level this quick. So it's up to the fighters if they decide to take it. I just think it's kind of childish the way he's approaching it.
But you know what? That weight class in boxing has become real interesting. Actually, one of my favorites to watch lately, porque pues, no te digo que ahí es donde está el drama. El drama de esto de boxeo.
Like, social media is making everyone dramatic.
Yeah, and that's that's why they say with Ryan Garcia, because his social media following, because of his YouTube series, because of everything that takes him a little bit out of focus of where he needs to be. And then here we go to the Dominican Republic. We have Robinson Cano, who actually showed up to practice with the aguiluchos, las águilas cibaeñas de República Dominicana, que ya están calentando motores para irse a la Serie del Caribe a Mazatlán, en México, en Sinaloa. Fíjate, yo traigo la gorra de Serie del Caribe aquí. Vamos, México. Pero fíjate, pues, todo lo que está pasando, porque vimos que Robinson Cano está suspendido de las ligas mayores because he did get caught using an illegal substance. Now it'll be the third time. It's like Robinson. So he is basically, grounded from MLB, suspended, but they did give him permission to play with the Dominican. Y él nunca antes había ido a una serie del Caribe y él dice que pues se siente muy orgulloso de representar a su país en esta serie del Caribe en Mazatlán, donde se va a unir a las Águilas Cibaeñas.
It's exciting. I mean, let's see what he could do, moving on to a different stage. As long as he's happy, he'll do what he got to do.
He's kept his shape. We'll see. And I mean, if you're suspended, you might as well take advantage of where you can play, porque no sabemos, pero imagínate que dure todo un año sin jugar, pues no, there's a lot of things. But staying with baseball, actually, the Baseball Hall of Fame, for the first time today since 2013, nobody was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Hay cuenta que dijeron nadie y nadie. I mean, it was a lot of controversy, mucha controversia de lo que estaba pasando aquí, because a lot of the inductees, let me break out the ballot for you so that you can see, Cynthia, because what do you think about these guys that were using steroids to, play baseball in this era and are, in this ballot? ¿Qué piensas de eso?
I mean, those are the ones that we've caught. Again, those are the ones we've caught. There's probably plenty of them. There are probably inductees or were, considered Hall of Famers, and they took it. So, I mean, I don't know if that makes sense. What kind of comment I'm trying to go for?
But yeah, porque todo el mundo usa y muy pocos agarran. Aquí estamos viendo, actually nobody here, I get the closest one, and they were saying the biggest loser out of nobody getting inducted into the Hall of Fame here was definitely Curt Schilling. Curt Schilling is a great player. He actually helped the Arizona Diamondbacks get that World Series. He's one of the very few players to get a championship in both leagues. But Curt Schilling hizo algo que a la gente no le gustó, y eso fue después de su carrera de beisbolista, con esos comentarios que racistas, homofóbicos, de white supremacy. ¿Sabes que le estaba echando porras a los que fueron a hacer raid the Capitol? Todavía, it's like he took it to Twitter. He took it to social media, pushing on the people that it's like, Curt Schilling, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think sometimes athletes don't like really think about this, but once you're a public figure in sports, you're a public figure in every sense, So you have to watch what you post. It sucks.
See, and people didn't like it because Curt Schilling came out and said, Trump 2020. Yes, see? Pues Trump didn't win, and neither did you, buddy. Neither did you. Pero just like Trump, he is a little petty. He's a little petty. He's like, I don't even want to go next year. He's like, acabo que ni quería, dice Curt Schilling, acabo que ni quería. And he goes out and he actually, shares a letter. So, but I actually got this picture of Trump. Him and Trump, Curt Schilling and Trump had very much alike, the same face. Los dos de llorones. No, but let me tell you, Curt Schilling put out the letter. Déjala saco para que la mires what he posted on his social media, because after, this whole thing happened, he says, quiero compartir con todos las cartas que escribí a la gente del Salón de la Fama ayer. Ha sido amables y amables de todo otro mundo en todas las formas posibles y estaré eternamente agradecido con ellos y por eso. Pero vamos a ir más abajo, donde él acá dice, ciertamente he estado expuesto al racismo y sexismo y a la homofobia, ya que es parte de quienes son los seres humanos. He jugado y hablado con compañeros de equipo gay, he jugado con golpes de esposa adulteradores. O sea, hay cuenta que él dice que ha jugado con todos los que estaban ahí, que han hecho cosas peores que las que ha hecho él y que no ha hecho nada. O sea, y que ni siquiera lo piensen para que él esté para el siguiente año, que hay cuenta que dice, like, I don't even want it anymore. But it's like, Curt Schilling, don't take that. Don't take that to Twitter. Don't take that to social media. You already got in trouble for it.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess you can't teach respect and you have to move on. Just take it as what he is and move on, Next.
How about Jose Canseco says Kurt Schilling would be a disgrace to the Hall of Fame. Jose Canseco is out in Vegas chasing aliens. Like, and now he's on Twitter trying to troll Kurt Schilling. He said, not merely the disgrace you and your career was has done to the game. You know, Canseco, he was mad because A-Rod was in the inauguration too.
Oh my God.
Canseco's just hating on everyone.
¿Qué? ¿Qué grave?
Yeah, no.
Oh
Oh,
my
yes.
God.
But aquí we gotta talk about something, algo serio, something serious that with this, speaking of inauguration and Trump and presidents, our new president Biden actually signed an order that it's definitely going to change women's sports forever. Basically, this is an executive order preventing discrimination on the basis of gender identity or sexual orientation. But what it basically means, que transgenders, which is male who have transitioned into a woman or who think, they're a woman,
Mhm.
can now participate in women's sports and even get women's scholarships in sports. I honestly, personally, I do not think that's fair. I am against it. And it's not because, porque discriminar y todo eso, because honestly, your sexual preference, I could care less. If you're good at ball, let's ball up. You know what I mean? Pero because I have competed my whole life, let me tell you, it's different competing with a woman who's, like more manly and who's strong, who's like a really strong woman,
Yeah.
than a man who's trying to play against us. Like, there's no way. Like, our bodies are built different like that. And now I'm gonna compete against a man to try and get a scholarship? That's not fair. Why let's just make all the teams co-ed then. Let's just one for all. If that's how it's gonna
Yeah.
be, like, I'm not for discrimination. Like, I'll play with anybody. Like, that's not the problem. The problem is if I'm competing like an athletic, I went to college on an athletic scholarship. Y es difícil agarrar una scholarship como mujer. Y ahora,
Yeah.
like this, I don't like this. ¿Qué piensas, Cynthia?
That's a tough one. I mean,
Mhm,
my
mhm.
mindset is like this. I understand where you're coming from, but
Yeah.
women, we've been trying to be equal. We've been
Mhm.
fighting for equality. We've been
Yeah.
fighting for this since,
So
I mean,
much.
even before I was even born. It's been
Mhm,
a process, but now it's kind of like equality is being built on the way that they see it. Do you know what I mean?
mhm,
So you want to be
mhm.
equal, then fight for this equally then,
Yeah,
making
mhm,
and it's tough from what you say, and it's definitely something that's going to make some athletes that are performing the same sport as somebody that considers themselves the same gender, even though they're not. Um,
mhm.
it's going to put that limitation no matter what. It's going to make it hard.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, if you want to compete, you got to compete. Like if you want to become a pro soccer player, like my
mhm.
dad's always told me, you could do it no matter if it would have been someone older or younger than you.
Pero
So I
it's a
don't
little
know
different.
if
Let's
I'm
say,
mad.
¿qué tal si ahora Cristiano Ronaldo dice, ¿sabes qué? Ya no me gustan las mujeres. Ahora yo voy, como que se nos haga una Caitlyn Jenner. Haz de cuenta,
Yeah.
what if, and now he goes and competes with the women? Like, is that fair? No, it's not fair. It's the same thing as if Bruce Jenner would have competed in the Olympics with women. Like,
I feel like
how you identify it shouldn't, it's like,
yeah,
¿tienes ovarios
yeah,
o no?
yeah, I
Let's
get
be real.
you. But I feel like it would have to be someone that's been being classified like this. It can't just be someone that's been like Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a broad like athlete to talk about, meaning he's been so successful in what he does. He's
Mhm,
considered one of the best soccer players in the world, which I
mhm.
think he is. But what I'm saying is that I'm not competing against Cristiano, but I'm competing with somebody that wants to compete with me, which means we have the same opportunities. But again, it
You're
would
built
make
different.
me, it would upset me, yeah, because
You're
now
built
it's like,
different. Your muscles with
yeah,
a guy that is your age.
yeah, because
Yo me puedo
it's
parar aquí
not,
con un
it's like,
hombre de 31 años ahorita, cualquier
yeah,
deporte me gana. Bueno, pues,
what I
ajá,
mean,
ajá. Vamos a ver, depende,
I mean
depende. No,
that's
no,
about
no.
because sometimes you can school a boy like this.
I can hoop. So,
Um,
so you know what? Like, I can hold my own, but I
yeah,
mean, still, like, you cannot compare. But Either way, that's and I'm
Yeah,
telling you because
definitely.
I played with with co-ed teams. I played with women who look like men who are like, "Wait, what are you like?" And that part, like, I don't care, but at least we're kind of like on the same page. I can compete with that.
Mm.
If you bring Jose Canseco to play, against me in the softball team, I'll be like, okay, now we're a little disadvantage here. Like he's a man, like that's la la fuerza y todo eso. But I mean, women's sports are not
Yeah,
going to be the same. Y vamos a ver cómo pasa. Let's just all make it co-ed. Let's just all do
yeah,
co-ed.
that'd be the best way to go about it, to
You
be
know,
honest. Yeah,
honestly, equal for everybody. Then co-ed, one for all.
yeah, I think so too.
Just one team. Oye, pero vamos a ver. Siempre nos quedamos hablando de tanto, pero you know what? Let's talk some football. Y vámonos a hablar fútbol.
Estamos, oh,
Abusadora.
mm.
All right. So now, I mean, this game of football, it was crazy. It felt like the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. You had chosen the Packers. I chose my amigo here. Where is he? Where's the camera? Little the goat. That's Tom Brady. I chose Tom Brady. He even
Hey,
I chose Tom Brady. You know what? Tom Brady, this game was interesting, but you know what? Tom Brady did not have to be great because his defense was great. And that's what mattered because even though he did throw for 3 interceptions and for 280 yards, he had 3 touchdowns. But man, that defense, let's give it up for that defense. Y también, you know what? There was some moves from the NFL that I didn't like, and LaFleur blew it. LaFleur blew it. How I still cannot wrap my head around it. Like if you have one person that's going, que el juego cae en las manos de esa persona. You want it to be Aaron Rodgers. You want it to be the league MVP, and you're gonna take that opportunity away from him. You have the chance to go to the Super Bowl. He didn't want it. He didn't want it. LaFleur blew it. But you know what? It's okay because I had chosen the Bucks to win, my goat. So I was happy, but it was an amazing game, and I'm still in awe of why he had that call. Aaron Rodgers is mad. Aaron Rodgers says his future is uncertain with the Packers, and you know what? I don't blame him. I don't blame him because ahí no lo dejaron jugar a él. No lo dejaron jugar. What are your thoughts with that Bucks Packers game, Cynthia?
I mean, I am not discrediting Aaron Rodgers for what he did. He did a lot for the team. He just didn't have the right passes with Devontae Adams, which he was failing for his quarterback and for the team. Not only himself, but the coach. He was not making the right calls. And not only did I say it, to me, Aaron Rodgers said it himself. He also said a lot of the moments, a lot of the timeouts, a lot of the plays, they weren't his decision. So don't remove what the Packers did because they were not doing that bad. I thought they did a good game. I'm sorry?
Me asustaron. The first half, yes, Tom Brady and everything. The second half, it's like, oh.
I think LaFleur was just feeling the pressure. I don't know. If anything, I think we need to really check on the coaching staff because a lot of the calls, a lot of the timeouts, a lot of the way the football was being moved around the place, it weren't the calls that Aaron Rodgers wanted. It was
no. They were not. Dice Martín, dice, go Bucks, dice Tom Brady. Número 1, inteligencia, disciplina, dedicación y control a sí mismo. Y sí, eso.
We think about it, be like, was it Belichick or was it Brady? We think about it, but look where the Patriots landed, So, I mean, Brady has a lot of title on his name, you know what I mean?
No. Basically, Tom Brady was like, what team should go to the Super Bowl? Bucks. You want to go? Vamos.
And the Bucks are loaded. They are loaded with money, and they got the right team. The coaching staff is great. And again, Arians lets him coach, he said.
Yes,
I've read about on this. he says he likes to sit down and watch him and see
Mhm,
how his mindset is there because he knows he has so much experience being
mhm.
in the Super Bowl, making it
Yeah,
that far.
ajá, y eso fue una diferencia when Rodgers didn't
Mhm.
have the opportunity, he didn't have a say,
Yeah.
he didn't have a call. Aquí dice Martín, dice, la defensiva de Bucaneros estuvo al 100. Exactamente, estuvo al 100 y por eso dije yo, Tom Brady es genial. He's a great player, but he didn't have to be great when the defense was great, and that's what it was those three interceptions. Por eso nos salvaron por la defensiva because if not, hijo eso, that one scared me right there. I was like, are you serious? But that was a cardiac attack right there. That game, it was crazy. But for the first time, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are actually hosting the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay said, hey, everybody's working from home. So are we. So are we. And actually, for the first time this year, the visiting team, well, there's actually but the team from football, so the Super Bowl, they usually both teams show up around maybe a week before or two. You know how the Super Bowl routine goes, Cynthia. But this year, they're going to show up only 2 days before because of COVID protocols y todo eso. Pero for me, it doesn't make sense. I feel like you would want to quarantine the players or something before you just put them in the game. But this time, they're only going to get there with 2 days prior to game time, and we'll see how that goes. Brady has definitely demonstrated, he is the GOAT. He is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Pero you know what? Rodgers aquí quedó como McGregor. Quedó como McGregor. I love that one. But no, you know what? The funny thing is here, I don't know if you noticed this, Cynthia, but both coaches look so much alike. Like, have we ever seen both of these guys in the same room at the same time?
That's crazy. They do
Mira,
look alike.
they look like the same person.
It's their part-time gig, separating.
Son primos.
Separating.
Son primos, son compas. What? Like Bruce Arians and Andy Reid, they're like cousins, brothers. I don't know, but how weird is that? O
Yeah.
sea, se parecen los dos. Now they're gonna face Patrick Mahomes and the Bills. Dime, ¿qué pensaste de ese juego de Mahomes y los Bills? You picked Mahomes, I chose Bills.
I'm a big Patrick Mahomes. That's my homie for life.
Mahomie.
I'm a big fan of his work. I mean,
Mhm.
he showed no lingering effects of like his concussion. I thought
No.
he was doing like everything right. I mean, there was moments that things were not going well, but he finished off with a great game. He not only brought the team back. I mean, he's going to face again Tom Brady. I'm
Mhm.
making it short. It's kind of frustrating how some people consider the Bills being average. Like, I don't know how you thought the Bills were equal to the Kansas City Chiefs in any sense. It was funny to me, but
Mira,
again, I'm excited to see what's going to happen between Brady and Mahomes.
somebody had to choose them. You know what? We weren't sure if Mahomes was gonna play and everything. And you know what? You gotta root for the underdog porque a veces te da sorpresas. Y en esta vez no nos sorprendió. Parece ser que los Bills se quedaron dormidos.
Yeah.
Pero los mejores golpes de ese partido fue después de the plays, And
Yeah.
it's like when they got mad and things got heated. Josh Allen's probably most accurate throw was to Okafor's helmet, and they just looked lost, pero pues eso, Mahomes just dominated the whole game. He's great. He's a baby goat. Have a picture of him. I'm excited to see all of these guys actually take the field. Mira, age 24, Tom Brady. Same year. Look at Patrick Mahomes at age 6. Look how cute, his little
It's crazy,
baby.
huh? Yeah.
And this is great. So now this is going to be the passing of the torch maybe from goat to baby goat. But who do you think is going to win this game then? Mahomes or Brady?
I have a feeling Chiefs are going to repeat as champions.
No
I think
way.
yes, definitely. I
Really?
don't think I don't think I don't think their run is going to go this far. I think the magical run ends for the Bucks. Um, the defense has been extremely well, but I just think I just think Mahomes is unstoppable. I mean, again, comparing ages,
Sí, no,
and
mira, dice, la Cintia
no,
está tomando té y es
what?
tequila. Cintia está tomando té y es tequila. Ha de ser tequila porque está alucinando. Ha de
No,
ser
no como
tequila.
tequila, no. No, I'm excited. I'm excited. I think Kansas City Chiefs again, they're gonna prove why they keep being the champions. It's gonna be great.
Oh no, back to back. Okay, okay. No,
Yeah,
no,
I
no. I'm
think
still
so.
gonna go with my same prediction where I said that Tom Brady wins it all and then he retires. I mean, he's retiring all the other quarterbacks. Really. Now we don't know. Se lo está llevando poco a poco. All right, Drew Brees, bye-bye. All right, Aaron Rodgers, bye-bye.
But those are rumors
Sorry,
though.
Mahomes,
But that's a
bye.
rumor about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, but
That's a rumor. That's not really
no, no,
what
no,
he
no. Yeah,
said.
yeah. He
Yeah.
said he
Yeah.
is uncertain. But before
Yeah.
that, he
So
said he might have a year or two left.
he was interviewed. And he said he never said that he was not going to come back with the team and he expects to be back with the team. And he says that he's not trying to leave anytime soon.
Yeah, no, yeah. He
So,
just said
so he did not
uncertain.
retire Aaron Rodgers.
Uncertain future. He said uncertain future. That means
Yeah, but he
he does
says that
not
he
know.
still feels like he has years to play.
Sí, no, pero pues
Yeah.
ya hicieron draft otro quarterback, los Packers. He's all like, they don't want me to play here.
But he doesn't want to leave. Yeah, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, sports is crazy.
Vamos a ver qué pasa. Quizás se agüita, you know, he's like, dang, I can't win, and Brady comes in here and just wins. Or what if he just goes to another team and does what Brady does? You know, there's rumors that 49ers, Patriots, Steelers, Raiders, Colts, and Saints want Rodgers.
We will see.
Vamos a ver.
Who do you think is going to win the Bucks?
I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. Whoever ends up with him, they're going to let him play his game. Y ahí sí va a estar contento. But, I mean, ya nos pasamos de tiempo, but let's just talk a little bit about the UFC fight. Here, a ver, vámonos. Oye, pero ¿quién vio la fight? Who saw I dice Gregory said Tom Brady wins and leads the two of a goat with the crown and the TB12 jersey. Hey, give me one too. You know, it's like small.
Great, better not.
See, I mean, the McGregor fight. Let's talk UFC. McGregor entered the fight like a pimp, and he walked out with a pimp walk. And he got knocked out in the second round. O sea, I didn't watch the fight. I was about to watch it que se había acabado. No. Yo no iba a pagar, no pagué. Si alguien tiene el código ahí, pásamelo, por favor, que yo no pagué por el fight, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep up with it here on Twitter, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, what, he gets knocked out? I didn't think he was going to get knocked out, but you know what, anything can happen. But no, I'm like,
I thought you were going to go for the rookie. Like you said, you go for the Bills, porque no fuiste con el rookie.
¿Qué rookie? Se había perdido. ¿Qué rookie? Ni que nada.
Warrior, me refiero, no McGregor.
No. Pero, y si fue el underdog, mira, como lo dejaron llorando, lo dejó, he did a Nate Robinson challenge, I guess. He felt like
it was a good fight.
And I mean, Poirier there, he went for the legs, he strikes the legs, and that's what you do, you know, and McGregor hasn't been at his best. And then Habib goes over there and tweets out, you know, empieza más bronca, but I think they're doing this because they're trying to get a third fight, or do you think he retires again?
I mean, McGregor's not going to let that one go. I mean, he beat Dustin in 2014, and he got beat 2021 by a guy that he beat not that long, like a long time ago. I think he's not going to let this one fly. He knows he could get a rematch.
I think they did it también for a rematch. I mean, this is how McGregor así quedó, pobrecito. Like he got knocked out, but I think they're gonna do it. I mean, he got él quizás, you know, he got the loss, but he got more money. So did he really lose? So he got, what was it, like $30 more million than his opponent, and of course,
it's always more about popularity. Yeah, it's always more about popularity than what you do. And
At
this
this
is his
point,
first
UFC needs
knockout.
McGregor more than McGregor needs UFC, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, it's too early on to say that he didn't deserve it. I mean, it's his first TKO. It's his 5th loss, which is not good. Now I feel like he doesn't deserve no more title shot fights. I think he needs to work again in his skill, and maybe pump it up for the next fighter, But Poirier has a lot. I'm excited to see what this guy's gonna do. So I watched the fight and I was excited. Poor McGregor. That was an embarrassing fight.
That's what's gonna happen though in the second round? Yes, así de feo.
I didn't think it was gonna be that quick, but I had a feeling McGregor was gonna lose because he was not active. Like he was not fighting for a bit. So, and then when I saw his legs, the way his movement, the placement of his legs, the way his legs looked, I knew he was gonna be done.
Yeah, I got them. No, y luego pues ahí terminó. Tuve que agarrar, salió en muletas, salió con el nuevo challenge de Anuel y Ozuna. The muletas dance.
Yeah, pobrecito, le dan una sobada.
Yes. But yeah, that was it. I mean, crazy. That was a crazy week in sports. A little bit of everything, un poquito de todo aquí. We went a little bit overtime, but you know what? It's okay because there was a lot of sports to talk about. A ver, dice, se desveló y se quedó dormido, dice Martín. Sí, es lo que pasó. Cuando te llevan a la fiesta a fuerzas y te quedas dormido. Eso fue lo que pasó con...
Lo que pasa, Martín, cuando tomas tequila.
That's what I'm drinking right now, I think. But yes. Oh, actually, another thing. Forgot to say, the Cactus League did say that they were going to delay their start in baseball games, but now they had asked if they could delay it because of high rates of COVID in Arizona. But ahora Cactus League got a letter out and said they are actually ready to start. So we should be ready to see some baseball action here in febrero 27. So I am so excited. Finally, baseball in the Valley, actually. And it seems like maybe there might be a little hope for us basketball fans to attend games. In Miami, they are attending games, but fíjate que we're going to have to get some Firulais to sniff out COVID because that's what they're using. They're using dogs to sniff out COVID, which leads me to a lot of questions. Like, I thought dogs could not get COVID, and then that they said that they could get COVID. But if they can get COVID, so are we just exposing the dogs then? Like, are they going to get COVID? And then COVID is supposed to take your smell away too. So ahora, what are the dogs smelling? It's a lot of things that can happen. So it's like, ahora el Firulais está entrenado para oler el coronavirus. And the people, that's just weird to me. Like, why didn't we use dogs in the beginning?
Yeah, I'm not okay with that.
No. You're not okay. Not okay.
That's subject.
I think that's so weird. It's like we are using dogs to detect COVID to see if you can come in to watch the game. Like,
yeah.
Okay, Firulais.
No tomo tequila, Martín. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Y aprendo.
Así. Thank you so much for everybody who tuned into our show tonight, martes de cafecito y hablar de deportes conmigo y Cintia, que nos está acompañando desde Los Ángeles, California. Thanks so much for all the Facebook viewers and the YouTube viewers where we go live. And don't forget to follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and give us a like on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. ¿Se olvidó alguna?
Yes. Tenemos todas.
Así es, pues muchas gracias, Cynthia.
Thanks,
and we'll see each other next Tuesday. Same time, same place. And actually, we got some good shows coming up for the month of February. Y así que estén preparados, tengan el cafecito calientito, que más de
o el tecito.
O el tecito de tequila, que es el que toma Cintia ahí.
Yeah.
Dice Martín,
no les digo de qué marca.
Estuvo genial. Bueno, pues muchísimas gracias y nos vemos el próximo martes.
Bye. Bye.